Runle Seidel, I would like to talk with you about migration. You have compared policies and practices to facilitate labour market integration of migrants in the main destination countries of asylum seekers, namely Austria, Sweden and Germany. What are the strategies that these countries use to cope with the challenges that the high numbers of new arrivals pose?
They have, on the one side, restricted asylum policies, and at the same time they have stepped up integration efforts for asylum seekers and refugees into the labor market and society. So this is in a nutshell. On the one side, asylum policies have been restricted by border controls, for example, or by policies to restrict permanent residence permits, for example, issuing only temporary permits instead of permanent ones. They are issuing only subsidiary protection and family reunification, for example, for those under subsidiary protection have been suspended temporarily or restricted. So these are policies on the one side, and on the other side, budgets for integration have been increased and efforts have been stepped up.
What role did public opinion and the media play in this regard?
We know from many polls that the public debate has become more important, and migration is one of the more salient topics at the EU level in many European countries. The public debate has become more polarized also. We know that anti-immigration parties have gained in importance everywhere in Germany, in Austria, they are already in the government. And media, of course, has also an important influence because how they frame the debate influence later the public opinion. So we know from Germany, for example, in 2015, the main newspapers have rather framed the refugee crisis positively, but then later this changed. So this, of course, is also reflecting public debate.
What innovative approaches do Sweden, Austria and Germany adopt with respect to labour market integration of migrants?
What's important in all three countries is fast and effective labour market integration. So, for example, Germany follows a really early intervention strategy. That means that not only refugees get support like integration courses or labour market programs, access to labour market programs, but already asylum seekers with a good prospect of being allowed to stay can participate in language courses, integration courses. In Sweden, on the other side, Sweden is a country with a long-standing immigration policy and integration policy. They have a lot of multi-annual integration programs in place, but unfortunately they have not been so successful in the past, so they changed their strategies. They are now offering fast tracks, for example, for skilled migrants with professional skills in occupations with lack of labor. Austria has started recently an integration year for all refugees and also for some asylum seekers. So let's see what comes out of this.
What is the best innovative approach that works best?
We do not know yet. We do not have evaluation results so far, so let's see what we will know more in 1, 2, 3 years about the new programs and strategies here.
What could the European Union do to support the integration of refugee migrants into the labour market and into society?
The European Union has no stance in integration policies. That means that integration policy for refugee and migrants is still mainly national competence. But the EU can support national efforts, for example, in providing mutual learning activities for member states or to develop more effective strategies for integration. On the other hand, the European Union also provides funds for integration, for example, the Asylum, Migration and Integration Fund, or the European Social Funds, which is amounting, for example, to 14 billion euros per year, which is not so bad.
Thank you very much for the interview, Ms. Cornel-Seidel.